Power, Sex, and Greed. The Lori Vallow Case is an intricate true crime story involving multiple mysterious deaths, religious beliefs, and missing children. Welcome back to Casual Evil, where we delve into the chilling stories that expose the darkest side of ordinary people committing horrible crimes. Today, we are looking into one of the most puzzling cases that gripped the United States, the mysterious circumstances surrounding Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell. We'll unravel the series of events that led to the disappearance of two children, the entanglement of beliefs, and the subsequent investigations that revealed shocking truth. Please remember, this video contains graphic content which some viewers might find disturbing. Lori Vallow's personal journey through life was marked by multiple chapters. She used to be a beauty contestant and had been married 5 times, each relationship weaving its own unique tale. Amidst these, 2 constants remain: her children, Tylee, 16, and JJ, 7. Tylee was very close to her younger brother, who was born with autism. Their dynamics and deep-rooted bond were evident to friends and family. They were Lori's world, or at least that's what many believed. Lori's relationships with her kids shifted in 2017 when she started reading books from our next key character. Chad Daybell carved out a niche for himself in a very different world. As a former grave digger turned doomsday novelist and podcaster in Rexburg, Idaho, Chad's books predominantly revolved around doomsday scenarios. They painted a portrait of a man intrigued, even consumed, by the concept of apocalyptic events. Before Lori entered his narrative, Chad led a conventional life with his wife Tammy. Together for years, they seemed a picture of a steady, reliable partnership. As individuals, Lori and Chad led lives that were quite ordinary. Yet, when their paths converged, it was the beginning of a whirlwind characterized by intense beliefs and decisions that would soon grip the nation's attention. Both met in 2018 at a conference in Utah. Right off the bat, Chad told her they had been previously married in a past life. Shortly after, Lori believed she was chosen to lead others after the apocalypse, as her mission was to eliminate the evil, one of them being her ex-husband, Charles Vallow. Chad believed people were zombies and the only way to release spirits was to kill them. Subsequently, Lori started referring to her children as zombies. On July 11, 2019, Lori's ex-husband Charles Vallow went to her house to pick up JJ and take him to school. Lori's brother, Alex Cox, was there too, as Chad had convinced him his mission on Earth was to be Lori's protector. And as her defender, Alex shot Charles in the chest, killing him on the spot. He then called 911, claiming he had shot his brother-in-law in self-defense. Keep in mind that back in February 2019, Charles had filed for divorce as he feared for his life after Lori had repeatedly told him he was possessed and needed to die. He also had foresight to change the beneficiary of his $1 million life insurance policy from Lori to his sister. After Charles' murder, Lori moved to Rexburg with the kids and Alex. As the pages of the story unfold, there's a turn of events that brings a chilling suspense: the vanishing of Tylee and JJ in September 2019. What amplifies the mystery is the conspicuous silence from Lori. Days turned into weeks and there was no Amber Alert, no frantic search parties initiated by their mother. Instead, Lori's responses to inquiries about her children were a confusing web of tales, raising more questions than answers. The community began voicing their concerns more loudly. Local conversations turned to public discourse, drawing the attention of law enforcement. As the national media spotlight turned its focus on this puzzling case, Lori's behavior became a subject of both intrigue and horror, and the search for Tylee and JJ became a nationwide mission. The tale of Lori and Chad, entwined with the enigmatic disappearance of her children, took even darker twists and turns as events unfolded in quick succession. In October 2019, Chad's wife of many years, Tammy Daybell, suddenly passed away from an apparent cardiac arrest. To many, this was a bolt from the blue. Tammy was healthy and full of life, showing no signs of ailment, but her death was swiftly deemed to be of natural causes. 17 days after Tammy Daybell's death, the new couple was seen dancing and exchanging rings on a Hawaiian beach. For many, this rapid progression of events was jarring. And while gossip mills churn, back in Idaho, a new twist gripped the investigative authorities. Based on growing suspicions and emerging details, Tammy's body was exhumed for a thorough post-mortem in December. The autopsy revealed bruising and death by asphyxiation. On December 12, 2019, Alex was found dead of seemingly natural causes. On February 2020, Lori was arrested by the pool in Hawaii for child abandonment and extradited back to Idaho. On June 9, 2020, Chad Daybell's property gave up its horrifying secrets thanks to Alex's cell phone records. The remains of Tylee and JJ were discovered, turning the case from a mysterious disappearance to a heart-wrenching murder investigation. Tylee's body had been dismembered and burned, while JJ's body was found in his red pajamas and covered in duct tape. Understanding the motivations behind Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell's chilling crime is vital. Crimes like this stem from a mix of psychological and environmental factors, making it hard to identify a single motive. Chad Daybell was known for his doomsday-themed beliefs. Lori and Chad reportedly had a shared belief system that combined apocalyptic elements with their own interpretations of theology. Extreme beliefs, especially those that see the world in terms of good versus evil, can sometimes justify extreme actions in the minds of believers. In some cases, two individuals can share a delusional belief system. When they come together, their shared delusions reinforce and intensify each other's beliefs. This may have been the case with Lori and Chad. Some individuals may be driven to extreme actions due to a desire for control over their environment, their relationships, or their narrative. Removing perceived obstacles like Lori's children could be seen as a way to maintain or regain that control. Without proper psychological evaluations, it's hard to say definitely, but mental health issues, if present, could have influenced their decision-making processes. Lori was at some point deemed unfit to stand trial due to her mental state, suggesting potential mental health concerns. This cognitive bias leads individuals to seek out and focus on information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory information. Lori and Chad's shared belief system might have caused them to interpret events in ways that confirm their doomsday narrative. The revelations surrounding Lori and Chad, from their intertwined beliefs to the tragic discovery of Tylee and JJ's remains, inevitably led to legal consequences. As the public clamored for justice, the legal system geared up to hold those responsible to account. By June 2020, shortly after the gruesome discovery on Chad's property, both he and Lori were taken into custody. The charges ranged from obstruction and conspiracy to the more severe counts related to the children's disappearance and death. On April 3, 2023, Lori Vallow's trial started in Ada County Courthouse in Boise, Idaho. Preliminary hearings exposed the depth of the deception with surveillance footage, text messages, and testimonies painting a mosaic of the month leading to the children's death. The courtroom was thick with tension, with family members, friends, and strangers united in their quest for truth and justice. Throughout the proceedings, the demeanor of Lori and Chad was closely observed. Lori's once vibrant demeanor seemed replaced by a more subdued presence. Chad, though mostly stoic, showed glimpses of the weight of the situation. As the trial unfolded, it seemed less and less likely that Lori's real motive for killing her children had anything to do with suppressing zombies. Instead, it appeared that greed was the #1 reason for this horrific crime. Tylee became the beneficiary of Social Security benefits after she lost her father. And Lori not only wanted a piece of it, she wanted it all for herself. JJ was also the beneficiary of Social Security benefits, which would add more money to Lori's bank account. Over the course of 5 months, she collected about $22,000 owed to her children after their death. Another piece of evidence is that one strand of hair from Lori found on the tape around JJ's neck. It was actually the only physical evidence that tied Lori to JJ's death. Faced with this overwhelming evidence, her defense attorney tried to shift the blame to Chad and Alex, claiming Lori was manipulated by Chad to tell family, friends, and the police she didn't know where her children were. The jury didn't buy any of it. On May 12, 2023, after deliberating for 7 hours, Lori Vallow was found guilty of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and grand theft. As the verdict was read, she appeared completely emotionless. On July 31, 2023, Lori Vallow received 3 life sentences to be served consecutively, 1 sentence for each murder: Tylee's, JJ's, and Tammy Daybell's. In the wake of such a harrowing tale, it becomes essential to reflect and derive lessons that can help society prevent similar tragedies in the future. The Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell case isn't merely a true crime story. It's a profound testament to the dangers of extremist beliefs and the extent to which they can drive individuals. Whether rooted in religion, conspiracy, or personal revelations, when beliefs begin to devalue human life, they tread into treacherous waters. Thank you for joining us today on Casual Evil. Until next time, stay safe and keep seeking the truth.